Hello, welcome to Wardrobe School. Welcome to Vanya's studio. So let me go live on Instagram. I'm just doing my checking my audio and all. I think it's okay because I can hear. And if you're watching from Instagram, I'm not gonna be able to show the table and all, I don't think. So if you can go to YouTube, go um, to my bio, and then you can find the YouTube. It's I'm gonna mute my computer. Let's see if that works. Let me know if you can still hear me. Hi. All right. So if you're watching, say hello. Tell me where you're watching from, just so I know. Hi, Marge. Thank you for joining. Can you hear me well? I know my audio is it's working, but then I took the computer audio off because I was doing reverberating, how you call. So then I think just making sure it's still working. I'm using a microphone, so it should be working. All right, let's get started. We are working on a collar. So I don't know if you saw the video yesterday, but I was working on a coat, like a jacket, right? It's a chore jacket, and I'll show you. It's with this beautiful fabric. So, and then I showed a hack how to make the pocket, because the pocket is a round shape. And I was scared, and I look, sewing round shapes is always like a little tricky. So then but then I remember that this hack I learned from my mom that I usually use with square shaped pockets. But then this time I was like, why not do the round one, and worked. And I shared the hack on the previous, the live I did yesterday. Okay. So if you want to see that, just go on YouTube. It's recorded there. You can watch the recording. And now I will show you how to do the collar of the jacket. So let me show you what I did so far. I think everything's fine, right? I'm gonna show the table view and see how it works on Instagram. You see, I want to do a lot of lives showing all my processes, and I'm now just kind of testing. That's why I'm going live every day, so then I get good at it again, because I used to do well, and now it's all different. Okay, so excuse if I have any if it's not perfect. Also, if you're watching the replay, you're welcome to leave a comment. I'll respond to you later if you have any questions regarding the process or regarding other stuff. Or if you want to tell me what else you wanted me to show, how I do. Basically, what I'm working on now are fall pieces, because I have markets, and I have shop drops that I do online. You know how I sell online, I don't have my website open all the time. I just open for pop-ups. And so I'm having a pop-up next week, and I'm making fall pieces, so then I can have fresh pieces for the pop-up. Okay. And I'm working on a wool jacket. So this fabric, and I'm gonna share now my screen, my table with you. Okay. So here's the table. There it is. Uh, this is a fabric that I bought. It's not for clothing. I don't think it's like a panel. It was like it's a vintage abstract print, 100% wool, right? And if you follow me, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I did that during pandemic. I think in 2021 or something, I made a two-piece set from this fabric. It was a big coat and a pair of pants, and it was super cool. So, and then it sold. The minute I put it for sale, it sold. And I kept saving this last piece I had, because I bought like just enough to make 3-4 pieces. And because the coat was too big, I ended up just just having one piece left. So now I'm decided to make a coat. What I made so far is I attached the pockets, like I told you. Look, I think it's gonna be so cool. Oh, sorry. So it's 4 pockets. You see here, and then here, and then there's this little one here. Look. And now what I'm gonna work on is the collar. So I'm gonna put the collar together, and then later I'm gonna add the collar to the coat. Okay, it's like a very, I think this is, it was for the core. It's a little itchy, is the only thing that if somebody's, allergic or something, they can use it, but it's 100% wool and it's really, really cool. The texture is kind of cool, even though it's itchy. Oh, the other piece, so this is the back neck facing that I already cut it, and I already put I added the interfacing that's like, iron on. So I added there. Then I have the sleeves, and this is the facing for the front. And that's what I'm scared a little bit. I realize I think it's gonna be easy. It's round shaped. So, see how that's the hem and that's the collar part, the facing for the front of the jacket. And then there's the sleeve that's made of 2 parts. Look, it's like a blazer sleeve. Are you all good there? Oh, you can hear? Can you hear nothing? Sorry, guys. Pause. Oh, okay. Hi, Pilar. Sorry, this camera is a little hi. All right. So if you can hear me, but Pilar said she can hear well. The microphone is here. I hope it's catching. Sorry, Marge. Maybe you're watching Facebook because on YouTube you can raise it a little bit. I'll keep going because the volume I can't really change. All right. Maybe go to YouTube. All right. So then we're gonna do the collar. The thing about this collar is a two-piece collar. It has the collar stand and the top of the collar, right? And the here are the pieces of it. So there are 2 parts and 2 parts for the stand. And what is interesting is that the small, so the thing is, I already added the interfacing, the iron-on, to 2 parts. And the parts I had to do that was for the top collar, because the collar has two. Here I actually have a sample of because I'm making another jacket, and I made this collar already. It looks dirty because it is dirty. It's like a canvas, like a painting canvas that I'm upcycling, that I found. So see how it has the stain in this part, right? And the top of the collar, which, because think about, if you sit, it will sit on the body like that, right? So here's the head of the person, and here's the collar. So the top is this part, and the under collar is this part. And what it is interesting is that the top collar is a little bigger. The cut. That's why there's two patterns, because the idea is that the top collar folds over the under collar a little bit, and so if it sits well, right? And I thought that was really cool. I never done anything like that. This pattern is a done pattern that I bought, and it's very nice. So the way I have to put this together now is to work on the top collar and then the bottom collar, right? So they call under collar, not bottom. But so the first thing is to attach the stand, which is this. Oh no, look, I ironed wrong. So I have to redo this real quick. Duh. Guys, hold on, because I have to grab a piece of fabric. I think I have it here. No. Can you believe that happened? 1 second. I'm weird, am I not? I look, I glued the interface into the right side of the collar. I'm drunk or something. Sorry. But you know how sewing goes, right? It always happens. Crazy stuff. I think this one's long enough, so I'm just gonna copy. So the thing is, the stand is the same size as the, on the top and under collar, so it's not a problem. I'll just cut it real quick here. And it is, let's see, the thing is, this is a little stained, so I'm gonna take it from here. Then we can hang out a little longer. My scissors, here it is. Although it should be like this, right? So it's not. To cut the exact one, here it is. I'm not even gonna trace it, just wait, but this is the, sorry guys, I got flustered. Yeah, so I have to cut one that's exactly like this one, which should be opposite of this one. So it's right sides together because it's mirrored, right? Now I'm confident. I'm crazy. I know it's Pilar, thank you. This is how it is, isn't it? And remember how I used to do lives all the time? Everything happened to me all the time. My thread, my needle broke once. It was funny. You gotta go with it. Oh, the Facebook. Yeah, if you're on Facebook and the volume is not too high, look what Pilar is saying. So thankfully, I still have a piece of the interfacing here on my table. Also thankful now that I have a wireless microphone so then I can walk in the studio if I need. And my iron is hot too. So I'm cutting the collar stand where the interfacing goes. If you just join, by the way, if you're on Instagram, you can watch on YouTube and make comments and ask questions, okay? I'm making a collar for a jacket. I cannot see the comments on Instagram here, just so you know. I can go there and see if somebody said anything. So far, it's fine, but yeah. Okay, now I have it. So the top one is the bottom, and it goes with this one to not mix in. And this is the top collar, which has the interfacing. So I'm gonna cut another piece for the stand here, making sure I don't cut it wrong. Look, then I can just attach to the right side, right? Did I place the notch? I didn't. Oh yes, I did here. I'm marking here so then I can see well, otherwise it gets lost. Pilar, have you sewn anything recently? I remember you said you were going to start again. I've been embroidering a lot. Tomorrow I might do embroidery live because every time I show my embroidery, people are like, "What machine are you using?" And I do most of my embroidery nowadays on my industrial machine, and so I'm thinking of showing that tomorrow because I got embroidered. Work in progress. Life is a work in progress, right? So we can just keep going. make simple things. I think I already said that to you, but when you make a very easy something, then you get excited and it makes you want to make more. It's like it works like magic. Look, I'm not touching the interfacing. I have to confess that I love doing this process. Look. Ooh. Okay, now we can get started. So this doesn't work. So now I have to attach the collar stand to the collar top, and it's with the notches, but I didn't place the notches here because I'm kind of crazy. So what I'm gonna do is I just find the center. And for you, this is a tip for you if you're sewing something for the first time that has a collar. A collar, always think like this when because you look at this, you're like, what the hell is this? But then think about this is the collar because it's the corner here. The tip of your collar here when it sits on the shirt. This is it. So then you can at least like have an idea what you're doing, okay? It helps when you're putting a pattern together. So I'm just gonna mark the center. Here. And then I have the center on the collar stand. I did make the other collar, it's the same exact pattern, and it didn't really match the length because I have to sew this to here, look. Right? And it was longer, the stand is longer, so I went with it. You know me, I just go with it. So I'll pin it first, right in the center. So then, it's like even. And then I'll go, as I sew, I'm gonna like ease it up a little bit so it helps. I know you cannot see the needle there, but I'll show you as soon as I sew, okay? Pilar. Oh, working on shoes. That's awesome. With wool? Do you know that Instagram is a woman, I think, in the UK who teaches shoes? It's called I Can Make Shoes. It's amazing. She has an online course. I want to take it when I have extra time. Yeah, I put two. See, that thing is too long. This pattern is really good, but I'm gonna redo it. I'm trying to make this jacket really well finished because it's the last piece of this fabric. No rush, right? I can't. My glasses. Oh, amazing. That's awesome. Good, Pilar. Post in our group the things you make. You are in the Wardrobe School group, right? I'm going to revive the community, the remakers. I think you're there as well. Okay, starting again. Sewing is all about patience, and if it's not good, do it again. It's about the process, right? Look what I was saying. It's longer, the collar stand, and I was trying to like make it fit, but it didn't really fit, so I'm not gonna force it. Because you can always like easy up a little bit, like stretch the bottom to make it fit, but sometimes it doesn't look good if you stretch too much. That's good. Look, so it's attached. It's the stain is longer, but that's fine. Oh, they recognize me. Oh, Pilar, this is beautiful. Thank you so much for saying that. Really, I appreciate it. It's like my sister, she would put me on TV during the pandemic, and then her and her dog would watch. Love you. Thank you. So now, because it's like kind of a round shape, right? It's always good to snip. I have this little scissors that are great for that. So I'll snip a little bit and then trim it. Every time you're sewing round shapes, you got to do that. Then I'm going to repeat the same process with the under collar. This is the top collar. Then I have the under. And same thing, I'm gonna find the center. I have the two notches. The thing is, I should have put two notches here, but I didn't transfer to the pattern. I will do that, because then when you have the notches, it's easier, right? But I'll just go from center, and it'll be enough. There. Right sides together, center with center. Then I pin it. And again, I'm gonna leave this extra here. My machine was doing like some crazy noise this morning, and then I was like, I think it needs oil. I opened it up. You have to clean your machine, guys. Let me tell you. I opened it up. It was like so full of dust, like stretch dust and stuff. So I took my time. It didn't take much, just like a half an hour. Took it all apart, cleaned it, and oiled it. It's like so smooth right now. It's worth it. Look, it's round, so I'm gonna snip. Cut it, cut it. There's like a cut up until the thread. Don't cut the thread. And I'm gonna trim the extra here. Almost cut the thread. Damn. Look, it's there. Now I'm just gonna trim the excess here because I don't need all this volume when I fold. For this, and then a top collar. And now it's time to iron. I love it. So now I iron this. I still have a little, right? And I iron, pushing the seams towards the collar stand. Let me grab the iron. Look. Then it flattens the seams because I gotta do a top stitch there. All right, so this is the top collar, now the bottom. Ooh, it burns. All right, so it's ready to get the top stitch. Oh no, this one went opposite. It kind of, because it's wool, see, it kind of deformed a little bit. Don't do that. Let me stretch. Okay. So now I do a top stitch, which I'll try to do very nicely to fix this, right? On both sides. There it is. And I'm using white thread, so it's a little tricky to do this because it's gonna show. But wish me luck. Excuse me. Look. Not bad. Now the other side. Okay, so they're both they're both ready to become a collar. Next step is just to join them. Sorry, let me take a sip of water. Straight stitch, Pilar, you could do zigzag, but then it would change the design, right? It could be another color, like I could use the same blue, but I just use the white because the base of this, the reality is I don't have off-white thread because the base of this fabric is, look, the background is off-white, but I didn't have it, so I was like, I'll just use white. I have to shop thread. So now I have to sew this to this, right? And this is what I was saying in the beginning, how the top collar is a slightly larger, which not really because now it's stretched, but I think will be fine. But originally it is, okay? Maybe I'll trim this a little bit so it's not. I'm taking like a 2/8 of an inch off, so then it's small. Then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll pin on the center. Find the center here. And then place a pin. And start. So the seam, I'm stitching now because this is where the coat goes, right? And this is the collar. So I'm gonna just sew this part here for now. Making them match. And it's almost there. All right, so it's attached. Now I gotta trim. This tip here, I have to cut it very well and then get rid of the extra amount. And I'll turn it, right, inside out. So flip here, flip here, and we got a collar, but you always have to push the corner a little to go all the way. Yesterday I saw a hack on Pinterest that I thought was so cool. They sew, like, to do this, they sew a piece of thread here, say like put a piece of like yarn or something, and sew to the tip, and so then you pull it here. It was really neat. Right? So now I just need to iron it, and I like to iron inside so it open the seams, you know? Look, because then I have all the way open, and when I fold, it's all complete. So otherwise, like, it goes inside a little bit. I think it's good. Oh, this side. Look, and then have to make sure that this is perfect, because that's what will show when somebody's wearing this jacket. They'll be like, oh, that's a nice jacket. They look at the collar, it's like a very well finished collar. And I think, yeah, so the top collar is the one that goes on top, and you don't see the seams from the goal is to not see the seam when you're seeing the top of the collar. So there, slightly roll, towards the bottom. Okay. It's still showing a little. But you see how, look how this is extra, right? So then when I sew, I'll pull a little bit here. Because now the next step is to sew the whole edge here. And then attach to the shirt, the jacket. That's it. Woohoo, we made a collar. Look, it would be like this. Right? Isn't that nice? I'm not sure about this design here, but I think with the whole coat would be cool, huh? Woohoo! It sort of looks like the top of shoe I'm working. Oh, that's cool. You're making a shoe, yeah. Yeah, the thing about finishing well finished clothes is that the details have to be well finished, in my opinion, because it's what people look really, right? Or like the shape, of course, it can be totally like wonky, but if you have, certain things that are, where like the cuffs and the collars, buttons, things like that people look at first. If it's well made, then it's fine. And the inside, my mom always says, the inside has to be as good as the outside. I try. But yeah, I could embroider, but this, I think the style Pilar is more about the, it's a abstract print. I think if I add anything to it, it's too much. This one I'm thinking of adding something or not. I'm thinking the one that is the used canvas. So yeah, but yeah. So tomorrow, if you wanna join me as I embroider, I'll be live again. I'm doing live every day ish, as much as I can. Every time I'm in the studio. Hi, Lucy. Good afternoon. I haven't talked to you in so long. Thank you for joining. So tomorrow I'll do embroidery, and it'll be like it won't have this background because I'll be in my embroidery machine that's there. It's kind of crazy over there, but it'll be fun. And then I'll show you how the process of embroidering on an industrial machine is. Because I don't know if you've seen my embroidery videos, how I like open and close a zigzag. I use my knee to do that. So I'll explain everything. I cannot show the whole machine because I'll just have the camera like I did here, showing the needle. But I will show what I can and explain to you how it goes. Okay, I have like a few shirts that I have to embroider, so then I'll take a simple design that's quick and we can do live tomorrow. Okay, probably around this time or later a little bit. Sounds good? Thank you for joining me. Yeah, so then I'll post on Instagram as well. This jacket, okay? And if you're watching on Instagram and you want to join tomorrow, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Wardrobe School, because then you can ask questions. Oh, somebody. Judith, what sewing pattern is it? Yes, so this pattern is that English company that's called Merchant and Mills. I don't know if you're still there, Judith, but this is the pattern. It's like a chore jacket. It's supposed to be really good. It's the first time I make it, but this company is supposed to be really like they dedicate to make it work well. So that's it. Any more questions? No? All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. And if there's anything you wanted me to see, oh, Lily, you're there. Hi. If there's anything you wanted me to do that you need help with or ideas or anything, let me know. Leave a comment if you're watching the replay as well. Okay? Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye.